Hi, welcome again to my channel. I'm at a place called Fisher Towers, which it's a very cool place. The trail is definitely a moderate trail, but there are these huge towers that have been carved out at the side of the mountain. I mean, that is probably 1,000 or more feet above me. But I came on here because life carves us, just like this valley. This valley you can see has been carved, and that wasn't done over a small, it was done over quite a quick time, and not ever what they claim. Because if you notice, there's rocks embedded in here. You can't get rocks in to the side of a rock or into the side of a mountain unless they're liquidish, which means that this had to have formed very quickly. And the reason, I mean, you can see how water is like carved all these different indentations. This didn't happen over millions and billions of years. That's hogwash. So, but Fisher Towers is a pretty cool place with exploration, and my dog is way over there. He's on a leash and I'm on a BLM area, so I'm not breaking the rule. But you can see how there's just different densities of rock. So this is carved out, and there's also different formations of sandstone that have been formed. And that white stuff is actually water that has gone through the rock. It takes a while, but that does happen. But life has many ways of molding you and shaping you into the person that you're supposed to be. And God gives us direction and guidance and teaches us different things. And one thing that he told me in several dreams, as I was in a classroom, that was basically his way of saying that there's things I need to learn. And we need to be open to what's around us and not just accepting what is given to us. Because what I found is there are a ton of lies. There are absolutely an enormous amount of lies. Like, giants lived. There's pictures all over the web of people that have giants behind them. They're like 15, 20, 30 feet tall. And actually, if you look at the Book of Enoch, you'll see why. But you can see how all this has been carved. And now I can look back. But yeah, you can see now that these towers I was basically right here when I started and looked up. So, but you can see it, there are these massive formations. And so yeah, but life is messy. If you've had an easy breezy life, I don't think you're on the right path. Because God clearly says in his word that you will be persecuted, that you will have trouble, especially if you're his. Jesus was persecuted all the time, and he had to go through quite a bit of stuff, and so will you. I mean, we all have different battles that we have to go through. Like, I went through a divorced family, which I didn't understand. I've gone through verbal abuse throughout most of my life. I've been bullied big time because I was a fat, chubby kid that stayed back. So they made fun of me for that. But but the thing is what I keep hearing on the radio is, oh, God is love. He wouldn't dare hurt you. Like, where do you find that in the Bible? Because I mean, that is part of his character, but there's a whole nother side of him where the wrath and everything else. Have you not remembered Sodom and Gomorrah? Or looked at the book of tribulation? And I heard some moron this morning talking about the tribulation and bowls of wrath, and he's like, oh, well, these only are appointed to the wicked people. It's like, no, these bowls of wrath are going to come down. That's going to affect everyone there. So come around, Toby. Come around. Hey, come this way. Sorry, my dog is needing a little help. But we're about to be in a terrible time of chaos. AI is coming online, and I've been shown that it will take over and humans will have to fight it, just like in Terminator. The evil ones are able to see into the future. I've heard rumors that Tesla actually invented a way to look into the future, if not go into the future or into the past. But I think it's majorly limited. But things are about to hit the roof. Gas prices are going through the roof, and they're not going to go down. I mean, things are not kosher right now. I mean, all the food stuff, if you've noticed, the shelves are emptying. But God, up to this point, there's more of the rocks that I was talking about. You can see how it's all embedded. You don't put rocks. Have you ever thrown a rock at another rock and had it embed like that? Nope. Things moved a lot quicker in the old days. When the flood hit, there was a very quick, Pangea didn't split apart over millions of years. It happened almost instantaneously, where the plates flew across and caused these other continents. So Pangea did happen, but I forgot what it was called. But there's a geologic theory. Oh, the runaway theory. That's it. Where basically plates went at a very high rate, and plates were being made very quickly, not over. The thing is what they're doing is they're comparing to how quickly things happen now, which is over a very slow period of time. But if you look at Mount St. Helens, for example, or any other volcano, those valleys happen very, very fast. Those valleys were made very quickly. So yeah, but what I'm trying to get you to realize is everything has a reason. And if you're God, he has a reason for everything he does. He's not going to leave you. However, he will test you. He will try to get you ready for your next phase of life, and get you ready for it. Like he's been preparing me for to be ready for a time of no food. So I have to know how to use plants around me and everything else. I have to be able to use the things around me in order to make it. And notice, does that not sound hollow to you? And I'm not doing that. You can hear how it's definitely a different pitch. But yeah, what's nice though is every time God doesn't allow it all at once. He allows this, and then he'll allow something else. And so, Toby, slow down, please. But sorry, I'm trying to figure out what my dog's whimpering at. But hold on, Toby. But yes, throughout my life, I've changed many times. And there's lessons that I had to learn in order to get to where I am. if I would have these, Toby, stop. If I would have these lessons I'm learning now back then, I would not have made it. There are tests that last for a short time, and then there's tests that last a very long time. But they're all to make you who you are. So, Toby, stop. What are you doing? But yeah, but yes, I mean, so I've gone through job losses. I've moved a ton of times, and it's made me who I am now. So, but yeah, thank you for joining me. But yeah, just keep on looking to God, and thank you for everything. And, yeah.